Hey guys, welcome back to Pizza Bender's playthrough of the Quest for Glory 1. We are doing this video. This is actually the fourth time we've attempted to record this video because we've had serious technical difficulties, so hopefully this one works. Let's do this one more time.
I'll take you home again, Kathleen.
Obligatory Star Trek reference there. Moving on. So, when last we left our noble hero, he had just left the Dryads, and we had run over a couple of screens. And I stopped here, and part of the reason I stopped here is because I've noticed that for the first time since we left the Dryads, we can go south. So I'm going to do that and see what's down there. What's that, then?
Where have I seen it before?
By golly, it's in Antwerp, so it is. Let's look around. You see rocks, grass, and an Antwerp. Alright, let's look at those in order. The rocks were left here by some receding glacier. The grass is luscious, just the thing for hungry herbivores, like that stag, I guess. But the stag doesn't appear to come down here. And what about this Antwerp? Antwerps are on the endangered species list. They are rarely seen. Okay, cool. So this is a pretty memorable place, obviously. And I noticed that I can exit to the east. And this Antwerp seems to be, like, following me. Look at... Okay. So I'm going to head east from here and see what is to be seen. It stopped when I entered the screen, which could be a glitch, or it could be an indication this screen is important later on. We don't know. I can only go south from here, and there's a brigand, and I'm going to run south. And I can only go west, and again, brigand is still chasing me, so I'm just going to... Uh-oh, you have a bad feeling about this place. You have an even worse feeling about this place. Yeah, so I just kind of walked right into the brigands' ambush, their main entrance to their headquarters there. So I'm gonna head back the way I came, and
A brigand!
brigand is still chasing me. They don't chase you into the Antwerp screen, so that's something. And we're back to our friend the stag. Now, if you remember, you may not, but I do. The mushroom ring, the fairies are where the fairies theoretically are. We haven't seen any yet. Is right north from this screen here. There's two stag screens and then the dryad. And so we're going to go north from the mushrooms back to the goblin headquarters for another little bit of exploring. We went every direction from the goblin training ground except for west, so I'm going to head west from there and see what I can see. And it's a dead end, but I can go south. And then I can go west again, which was what I was trying to do anyway, so I'm going to head over here and see. Oh, interesting. What is this? You're in the Meep's peep. The colorful, furry Meeps timidly pop out of their holes from time to time. Gosh. The large rock covers a Meep hole. You see blue Meeps, purple Meeps, and occasionally a green Meep. They seem very shy. Whenever you approach one, it hides under its rock. That's a nice use of semicolon there, by the way. Can I talk to the Meeps? The word "to" can usually be omitted, so I do it. You hear squeaky muttering from beneath the ground. It seems the Meeps are having quite a discussion about you.
Here, pleased to meet ya. We are happy Meeps living in our happy holes. Don't worry, be happy.
Here we've got a little glitch, I suppose, in the dialogue actually goes away before you hit enter, unusually. So this is going to make this a little bit more complicated conversation. We'll do the best we can.
Gee, boss, I really don't know much about that at all. Hey, sorry.
I guess Meeps don't have names. Well, I'll ask the standard questions. The Baron, the Brigands.
Gee, boss, I really don't know much about that at all. Hey, sorry. Gee, boss, I really don't know much about that at all. Hey, sorry.
Well, what about the goblins? They're like right next door.
Gee, boss, I really don't know much about that at all. Hey, sorry.
Alright. What about the dryad? She's
Gee,
kind of
boss, I
nearby.
really don't know much about that at all.
Okay, no.
Hey, sorry.
So we know at some point this is going to be relevant, but we don't yet know what we need to ask this guy about or what we need to do here. So for now, I'm going to head back, and this is directly west of the graveyard, so I'm going to go there and do a little bit of navigating from there, because what we know is the dryad wants a seed from the Spore Spitting Spirea plant, which she identifies as being in the north. We know that Arana's piece is north. We know that there's that place with the ogre. Hopefully that's not where we have to go for the Spore Spitting Spirea thing, because the ogre is a little bit beyond our level at this point. But there's a possibility that if we go north this way, we might encounter what we need.
And what do you know?
And surprisingly enough, because I've played this game a million times and know where things are, that is exactly what we find. These are Spore Spitting Spirea plants. The reason they're called that, of course, is because they spit that seed around. And we need to get the seed because the dryad asked for it, and we need to talk to her about something that she probably won't talk to us about until we've done that. So, since we're the thief here, there are a few possibilities here, but what we could try is climbing up the cliffs here and seeing if we can't catch the seed. And so I'm gonna turn the speed up a little bit because I don't think our climbing is good enough, and I'm gonna start climbing here. It looks difficult. You look around for a good place to climb. This looks like a good place to you. You valiantly scrabble against the cliff wall, but it looks like your climbing skill could stand some improvement. Perhaps there's some other way to get to your objective. Probably, but this one does work eventually. So I'm going to keep trying and see if I can't build my climbing up a little bit. Quest for Glory is somewhat annoying in this because you have to basically do these things a lot of times to actually get anywhere. But I actually like it better than a lot of other games where you either have to put points into the stat whenever you level and you spend all your time in a leveling grind, or where you just get points distributed to all your stats when you level, because there's less variation in the grinding, I think. So I actually like this better. But we basically have to sit here watching our hands flail impotently as we try to scale this cliff again and again, and probably I'm going to keep at this until we run out of time, and then I'll start the next video after I've actually made the climb, so I'll let you skip some of the grinding for watching this, because it is not the most interesting part, and I think it's more important to see the plot than to see every little time that I climb. I'm so exhausted, everything I do hurts. I guess I'd better rest. It tells me I better rest.
Well, your own exertion kills you.
10 minutes rest, 10 minutes rest, keep resting until I can't anymore.
Doesn't all this climbing remind you of something?
It was a movie at one point.
Oh god, let us not speak about that movie. It was a Mystery Science Theater 3000 that tells you all you need to know about it.
I think they spent like half an hour climbing cliffs doing nothing else. It was really bad.
We should, of course, give the name of the movie so that people can look it up if they want to see lots of rock climbing.
The Lost Continent.
Don't look it up, it's really bad.
Also, radioactive dinosaurs. Well, not really, but
I'll make
they
that
would have been radioactive if they'd known about radioactivity. Radioactive, predatory, plant-eating dinosaurs. Yeah, really.
That were randomly killing each other. It was a very bad film.
It was bad enough that, yeah. Let's not talk about that anymore.
Yeah.
Let's talk instead about
soap.
soap.
Am I the only one who gets stopped by fence?
Probably, yeah.
Yeah.
So while we're climbing here, climbing. Like I said, when the time runs out, I am going to cut this off, and you will be able to see what happens when you actually do climb up, instead of watching the whole process whereby I gradually get good enough.
I believe you meant as I
Unless,
said
of
last
course-
time.
Unless, of course, it gets to be too late and I
Because-
have to go sleep. Arana's piece is pretty nearby. So I can just walk there, spend the night if I have to.
Can't-
At this point, we've more or less finished the exploration part of these videos, so we can get to the actual character-specific puzzle solving. And that's what I'm starting to do here. For now, it looks like we're done for this video, so I'm gonna say goodbye and see you when I've managed the climb or worn myself down and run out of time in the day. Ta-ta!